Since the dawn of man, when Ugg, the caveman, slipped on the first banana peel, man has tried to hone the craft of comedy. Come with us now as we delve deeply into the minds of such men, direct descendants of that first caveman. I present to you Hooray for Everything. What was the road that led you to performing?
I was in the circus. I trained in partnered acrobatics until I was about 11, when I had a freak accident with a trained monkey and I broke both of my clavicles, like, you know, so that was the end of that. But when they reset my bones, they gave me perfect bone structure. So from ages 11 to 15, I was a top prepubescent bra model.
Really?
When I was 15, my breasts developed, and no one would hire me. No one but Eddie Giggles McTimbers. He saw me do my one-woman show, Hey Mom, Why Did They Have Furniture? He booked me in his club to do stand-up. And after that, I was just an airport super shuttle, a credit card, and a valid photo ID away from New York City, where I found no work.
You're related to Estelle and Edouard Dureau. What was that like?
Growing up in a family of Baroque conductors, a sense of decorum was deeply entrenched. Dignity. First and foremost for me, dignity is the key to comedy.
Oh, this is good soup.
Drink the soup!
Okay. Drink it.
Tell me, how may this differentiated your childhood?
Educational veracity. I was reticent at first to learn Latin and Greek in the first grade, but it certainly eased my facility with Korean and Bengali. Of course, binary was difficult to master. That took several days.
How may that have differentiated your childhood?
Well, I believe Stravinsky said, "The real composer thinks about his work all the day long. He is not always conscious of this effort, but he is aware of it later when suddenly he realizes what he shall do." That is how I feel about comedy. I am a composer of comedy. Is this on? My parents owned a Halloween shop. So 11 months out of the year, I would like to play with myself. My imagination.
What kinds of things did you do with
Well, I would take different costumes and mix and match them and take like a Frankenstein head and put it on a princess dress and become Cinder Mat Man. The mat was a yoga mat that I would use as a cape. Creating fun, new characters is fun.
Have you used this in your performing?
Oh yes, I'm bendy as hell. I like creating fun, new characters. One time I played a guy who smoked a cigar. I think facial gestures and hand expressions add texture. Background is important too.
You mean personal histories?
No, background, like what's painted on the curtain behind me. Like say there's a farm on the curtain behind me, then you would say, geez, that guy's on a farm, which helps. Halloween, Halloween.
Gotcha. I'm a professional.
Rumors abound concerning your
Really?
past, Travis. Can I finish?
Oh, you could finish. Or perhaps instead you would like me to put a rest to these rumors.
What?
My parents and, in turn, I were living sculptures. Now, we couldn't afford costumes or any kind of face paint.
Why don't you have a stage name?
We would go to parades and carnivals, and we would stand as still as we could. Often for no profit or monies of any kind, but simply for the love of immobility. So I tried to bring this to the group as much as I can. I really think they appreciate my body control.
Get out!
I'm a poodle.
Really?
Yes. I believe that if one believes they are what they believe they are, then one can become whatever it is that they believe that they think that they are.
And you are a poodle.
Currently. And now, I'm a boot.
Fascinating.
Oh, Daddy, I'm so hungry. I was wondering if we could have some lobster.
You want a lobster?
I want a lobster.
I don't know where I can find a lobster around here.
I'm a lobster.
Oh, goody!
Here you go.
I'm telling you, I had this test that I have to do. I'm a pencil.
Oh, here.
I'm a hat.
Oh. Oh, that looks great.
Yeah, that's better off.
Very nice. Can I throw some things at you? Let me see. Soup ladle,
I'm a soup ladle.
a pinto bean,
There you are.
a bow tie.
A bow tie? Who the f*** do you think you are? Get my agent on the phone. This is f***ing ridiculous. I quit. This interview's over.
Mr. Clay, you are Hooray For Everything's head alternate. Why did they choose you?
I know everyone's drink order by heart.
Uh-huh. You haven't been with the troupe since its inception, but you've performed with them. How does that work?
Well, you see, for example, when Fred went off to Vienna to mourn the loss of his father who died conducting Vivaldi, murdered by a deranged second flautist, I filled in.
Interesting.
When Bryn went off to El Paso to identify the body of Giggle McTimbers, I filled in.
You know what I find is they always put too much mayonnaise on these burgers. Oh, see, they put too much mayonnaise.
When Rich went home to help with the Halloween holiday costume rush and became ensnared and embroiled in a case of a serial killer who obtained a hideous John Ashcroft mask from his parents' store, I filled in.
Oh, this is a great campfire, Ted.
Thanks, Sylvia. It's chilly out in these scary woods.
It is. Oh, it's so dark and mysterious.
It's John Ashcroft! Hooray for the death penalty!
When Chris was institutionalized for his paranoid delusional psychosis, stuck in club sandwich mode, I filled in.
Come on, Tommy. Back to the rec room.
But Mom, I want to go play with my blocks. I'm not crazy. I'm a club sandwich.
And every time Travis attempts to shave everyone's hair off in the middle of the night, I fill in.